Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
Yeah, that was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost dimension.
Well, hello everybody, and I hope that everybody is having an amazing Sunday today, no matter where you are. Mango and the babies are quite loud today, so I apologize in advance. Also, I apologize in advance because I have been having issues with my internet, and I'm waiting for the new pieces to be delivered to me probably by tomorrow. So hopefully that'll clear everything up. But my modem and my router are brand new, but they're not working right. So I'm getting a couple more to replace. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there that are both dad and mom. And actually all the moms that are both mom and dad. So happy Father's Day to you all. And I know there's so many people, including uncles and brothers and parents and grandparents, that all take part in kids' lives. And I just want to thank all the ones that were in my life, because I had a great set of all of that. And hope that everybody's been able to experience that too. And if you're a dad or a granddad, uncle, whatever you are, godfather, just make sure that you take time out today just to enjoy it. All right, so I'm usually not on Sunday, but I'm kind of just switching things up and moving around a little bit when it feels like I need to get out and do it. So I am here today. Hi, Shadow Lady Margaret, I love you. Hi, Gareth, how are you? Who else is here? Hi, Chloe, how are you? Yeah, by the way, Chloe, you had asked me last time I was on if Holly and I are going to get back to it, and we definitely are. I just have had so much going on, and she just wound up finishing up a bunch of stuff that she's been doing. So yeah, we're just taking that little time out, and sometimes we have to do that just to take care of ourselves, right? Okay, so yes. You can, Simon. Absolutely, you can. Oh, no, this is Margaret. I'm sorry. I thought I saw Simon on here. Oh, yeah, Simon's just under you. Okay, and I can give you a card too, Simon. So give me a minute. I got the deck. And again, I apologize for the stream quality, and hopefully it won't go out because I have had issues with it. But, yeah, we're having some problems with it. So, all right, let's see what I can get for you first, Margaret. The new babies are doing good. They're actually, hi Prash, they're actually doing really good. They've got a ways to go yet, especially the little blue one. She's still looking a little rough, but she's getting better and she's eating stuff and she's a happy bird. And of course, Squirt absolutely adores Mango, but we're not letting anybody out yet. Okay, so here we go, Margaret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh. All right. So today you have the element of fire. Okay. Fire is a really tricky thing to work with at times. And it can bring things to light. It can cleanse where the fire is out there and it cleanses everything so that new growth comes up. And this is what I'm feeling it is for you today. It's about clearing and cleaning up things, giving you an open passage to what you want to do or the choices you want to make. And it's basically just about cleaning it out. And the element of fire, and of course, I don't want you going out and setting a match to anything. That's not what we're talking about. But it's about taking that time to just discard everything that has no purpose anymore. Stuff that you may have been bringing forward and you didn't even realize you were still carrying it with you. And the important thing is, you know, we learn from the past, but we can only implement things that we learned or changes that have occurred to make us a different person of who we are at that moment if we just let it go. So this is what the fire is talking about today, the element of the fire. And again, I see like it's like a sweep that goes across everything that you're working with, everything that is closest to you. And it's time just to kind of take that and go through and make sure the stuff that's there is still really important to you in this time. So if it's something from the past that, you know, it isn't really working or you're not really involved with it anymore, let it go. It doesn't mean that we forget the memories of it. It just means we're ready to move forward. So that's what your card is today, Margaret. And thanks for popping on. I hope that resonates for you. All right. Fresh, I hope you're good. Yeah, I know. Believe me, she's still in her good rare form. I sent her a message yesterday because I don't know if y'all have seen them or not. Oh, hang on, maybe I can write them. I have been doing totems, right? This one is an owl. So I sent, and it's not done yet. I've got a lot of stuff. I got to put it on whatever I'm going to put it on. And I sent a note to Holly Chloe, and I sent her the pictures. I said owls. I have no idea. I've never really done owls in artwork except one time, and I had a big oil painting of a white owl. And she sent back to me like, oh, well, you'll find out soon. And I'm like, yeah, right. I know. Spirit will get me for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, she's good. I'm good. It's like I said, I've had a lot going on and just needed to recharge a little bit. Okay, Simon, your card today is the bat. Okay, I'm actually, now we're in a time, even though it's like June, everybody's like, oh, it's summer. It really doesn't officially turn summer until the 21st of this month. But bats are awesome. Bats are talking about, okay, well, to start with, you understand that there's a thing that people say, oh, you're as blind as a bat, right? Me, I'm blind as a bat. Now, without my glasses, I can't see much. So, blind as a bat, but they have extra sharp senses, and they use that radar to be able to, like, literally take gnats and mosquitoes out of the air. It's really wild when you think about it. And this is what I'm being shown for you. There's some stuff going on. You need to follow your instincts. You need to follow your gut, that little radar that we all have in us. When things seem really right, they're right. Or sometimes when they feel like they're not as good as they should be, excuse me, or they're just kind of, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. They want you to pay more attention to it. Because sometimes you just jump in, and I'm feeling that it's like you jump in when other people maybe tell you it's what they want to see happen, or, you know, just do it, whatever. You need to slow down a little bit and trust your gut more. Trust that inner instinct or that inner radar, right? And make sure that what it is going to benefit you. And they're literally saying benefit you. Because if it's not going to benefit you in some way, there's no reason to step into it. So that's what they've got for you today, Simon, and I hope it resonates. Just make sure you listen, say, pay attention. And it's always about a thinking process too. It's not just about obviously what we see, but sometimes we see things, but we're not looking or paying attention to the bigger picture of it. Okay. So when the bigger picture shows up, we're like, geez, why did I do that? Why didn't I pay attention better? And this is really important for something that's happening with you, like right now. So just pay attention and how your gut feels or your instinct, right? And follow that because it'll be right. That's why we have it. All right. So there you go. And I hope it resonates for you, Simon. And it is the bat. Okay. Sure, I can give you a reading. I can get you to, hi, Miss Cindy. How are you? Yeah, I'll get you in a sec, Crush. Oh, you know what, Chloe? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll pull a card for you and do it, and you can always come back, and you'll see your name posted here, and you'll be able to listen to the message later, okay? You have a good day. I know Sunday's an odd day, but, you know, just felt right for me for whatever reason today. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, okay. So your card today, this card's been coming up quite a bit when I've been using the deck lately, and it's the Lion. Okay. So the Lion for you is about owning it. They're saying you need to own your power, own your choices. You know, you're the one that's in charge of it. Now you need to step into it and own it. And also to the point of you need to pay attention to the details, but you're strong. You're very well equipped. You've got the knowledge base that you need to do whatever this is. And it's like affecting you, right? Because of wherever you are right now, there's a lot of outside chaos. And it's almost like I can't hear it because it's so much around you. And that's why they're asking you to just step into your own power and step into that roar, right? Let your voice be heard, pay attention to what's going on, and add your voice. You're important. You're just as important as the person next to you, in front of you, behind you, wherever, okay? Your point of view is just as important as anybody else's, and they want you to stand in that and roar. Own that personality, own that power, and you'll find that in doing so and speaking up for yourself, that things will change a little bit. People will pay attention a little bit more. And I'm getting that really loud, that they don't always pay attention because you're like this little bit of a voice when you've got stuff going on around you and you don't like to step into the attention. However, whatever this is going on is something you need to pay attention to and step into your own energy and power because you've got it. Okay, so that is your card today, Chloe, and you have the rest of the day, and I hope it's a wonderful one. I hope that resonates for you. Hi. Okay, let's see. Good. That's awesome. That's really good, Margaret. I'm happy for you. Yeah, you know, I'm getting back into that routine again of making stuff. And when I get it all back from the kiln and it's ready to like get doing stuff with it, I'm pretty excited about it right now. Don't know yet why the owls are there, but I'll figure it out at some point. All right, Presh, let's see what I got for you today. All righty, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. All right. So your card today is the Desert Wolf, which is Coyote. They are pretty cool. People always give them a bad rap, but they're really actually a pretty cool mammal, and they get around and they do a lot and they survive. And they survive because they hunt in packs. They survive because they live in packs. and they take care of each other. This today, though, is bringing through the South, and the South is based on the divine feminine. And okay. So when I'm like trying to listen and what they're saying is you need to step more into that divine feminine energy and begin to balance it out with the rest of your life. It's reeked. The words they're using is it's reeked or covered with tradition. The divine feminine, it's traditions that you should be doing, transitions that need to happen, traditions that are really important to the core of who you are. And you need to reflect on them and see what traditions or how you can honor those traditions, but putting your own twist into it. Hi, Keith. How are you doing? So the traditions, it's very important. Whatever's coming through, it's about traditions, but you need to add it to your kind of proverbial toolbox. Okay, you need to remember it at its core, and you need to do these things or walk this particular way with the traditions. But while you're doing it, you need to add your own energy to it, your own spin. And what it does is it'll carry on forward for other people to learn about, other people to be around. But this is the core of who you are. And I also feel like it's in conflict with you. So just know that you're in charge, no one else is. And you can take from those traditions what works best for you at this point. Okay, but it's really important to not ignore them, but utilize those same traditions in a way that's going to benefit you. But they're also saying that it'll help you if you step into it and you put your own spin on it. So, okay, let me give you this example, and this is what they're showing me. When I was young, like as a child and probably into my early teens, like 13, 14, right? I used to go to church with my mom and dad every Sunday. We'd go to the church, and it was like only one city block away from our house. We were very close to the rectory, the church, the schools, all of that. And I grew up there. And there was a lot of things over the years, and I actually call myself a recovering Catholic. Because I learned a lot of things that even at a young age didn't really always settle with me 100%. So then by the time I got into high school, it really didn't set with me well. And there were changes, okay, but I was taught traditionally the way things were. But then to move forward, I used the good part of things that I learned and move forward into my spirituality. I don't believe the man in church is important because most churches are basically governments and they kind of self-serve. So I'm very spiritual. I'm very aware of the energies. I'm very aware of, people in the spirit realms that have passed that were involved with beautiful things. Like St. Francis has always been close to me because St. Francis works with animals and creatures, and he's a gentle soul, right? This is what they're talking about. You can remember those traditions, but alter them and change them for you to make positive changes within yourself and the world you're living in, right? The direct, close things that are going on around you. So yeah, maybe a long time ago they did things this way, but that doesn't mean that you're any less than by putting your own flair into it, right? And that's what I did. And I've been doing all my life. I've changed. I've got a connection to Creator God. That's my connection. It's not the same as everybody. So this is what they're trying to get across. And the coyote is also known as a trickster. They're known as Pan in some cultures. And it's all about that. It's about the illusion that is given to us sometimes that we don't really see the true meaning behind it. So they want you to look at those traditions and bring them out and utilize the ones that work best for you, but put your own spin with them. And that's not being, what's the word, sacrilegious. It's not being, offensive to anybody. It's your own personal thing. So you need to make it your own. Okay? So that's your card today, Presh, and it's the Desert Wolf or Coyote. And I hope that resonates for you. Oh, thank you for being here. You sure can, Vera. And Keith, if you stay around, I can get you one too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, all right. So let's see what I can get from this, Vera. La, 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 la. It is a beautiful day here today. It is 72 degrees. There's a beautiful breeze coming out across my lake. And it is just wonderful. And I'm enjoying it because later this week, we're supposed to hit the 90s and higher. So, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Why did I give 8? Squirt is over here counting with me. All right, so the 7th card for you is the Otter. But I'm going to give you also the 8th card because it came out. And for whatever reason, that's what it was supposed to do. Hey, you. Hey, you. All right, so I'm going to give you the first card that fell out first that I picked up, and that's the Gull. And the Gull represents... like layerings in our life, right? For you, it's about, you ever seen a seagull like over a lake or a beach or, sometimes they're in parking lots, right? Because they've survived through a lot of things. And they fly and they stay in one space and they ride that current of air. And they can literally stay pretty much in the same way, but by riding that air. And this is what I'm being shown right now is you need to maneuver yourself when things aren't working out the way you want them to. You can stay in that same spot and find your actual like groove, your actual like airstream, wherever it is that you're supposed to fit. And you will fit in it. You just have to be aware of it. So you're making the choices, not somebody else telling you about them. Okay. And the other card that you have in the 7th place was the Otter. Now, the Otter is all about balance, which kind of goes in with the Gull, because the Otter, you have to have a good balance between work and play. Okay, so a lot of times, my daughter is the same way I used to be, and workaholics is kind of a word. We would delve into work and we'd be work, right? And then we get back out of work and we're so tired that we don't take time for self. So this is really important with these 2 cards is you need to find your space. You need to find that balance. And once you do, things will balance out the way they need to. But it is going to take effort to do it. Okay. And that's where the Otter comes in. So listen to your gut as well, your instinct. And know when you have to go high or when you have to go a little bit lower to get into where you're supposed to be that works the best for you. But the purpose of it is to bring in balance for your life. And that's what the Otter's talking about. And a lot of people are going through this, Vera. So it's not, you're not alone in it because everything is rapidly changing in the world. I mean, like one day it's all peaches and cream and it's great, it's really nice, and the next day there's so much going on that it's a lot and it's hard for us to understand why it's happening. Hey, Squirtle, she's so mad because she wants to be my mango. Sorry about that. So yeah, you want to find that so you can balance that out. And so many people are struggling with that right now. So if you are struggling with it, it's okay to know that. And just remember to ride that wind, ride that stream of air, that breeze, whatever, but go into where you need to fit, like your niche, right? My birth mom used to tell me that all the time. You got to find your niche, right? Where you fit. And once you do that, you'll be good. But again, they're really remarking on the fact that you need to know it will take work. It's not something that we could just go in and push an easy button. I wish it was that simple, but it's not. But they're saying don't be discouraged because you are who you are. You'll find it. You just have to allow yourself to feel it instinctively. Okay, so those are your cards today, and I hope it resonates for you. So yes, the gull came first, and then the otter was in the 7th place. So I hope that resonates for you. And thanks for popping on today, and you have a rest of the day, a great night, okay? Oh, good. Thanks, Crush. I'm glad it did. You can definitely get a reading, Mr. Keith, my brother. I love you. Yeah, just so you know, I know some of you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or over on TikTok. I just haven't been posting every day like I used to. And again, it's just because I'm doing some things that I need to do right now, because I'm starting to feel better after all the past 4 years. So yeah, I'm here, just quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Keith, you also got the Desert Wolf. 72 cards shuffled, and yours comes up as a Desert Wolf as well. Okay, so for you, it's a little bit different. They're telling me literally that you are showing people one thing, right? But inside you're feeling something totally different. It's like you're trying to keep up appearances is the word they're using, like appearances, by like you're trying to stay positive, trying to let, and there's specific person in you're concerned, but you're not trying to show it, and that's okay. Just remember not to put that stress on you. It's like the world will still revolve, okay, if you take a day for self, or if you take some time for self. And this is definitely about self-care. And they just said, I don't know who he thinks he's fooling when he looks in the mirror, but it ain't working because the person in the mirror knows what's going on. So you need to be a little kinder to yourself and take time for yourself, because it's like you're this person that they're showing. It's like you're giving all the time. You're giving all the time. You're giving the energy because you're hoping it'll make this person or that person feel better. So you push yourself like over your limit. But one of the things you need to remember, Keith, is that if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to be there for other people or assist them or counsel them or whatever it is, right? You're kind of squashing down that positive because it's like you're so stressed. But again, here you are on this side and you're showing everybody the happy face, and actually you're good at hiding it, but you're also not good at taking care of self, because everything around you put ahead of yourself. And okay. Yeah, okay. And then, so what they're just like saying in my head right now is you need to take care of yourself because no one else can. You have to be the one to do it. And you're not proving any points by not taking care of yourself, because if you don't, who else is gonna, right? But you need to be strong. And you've been strong, and you're still here. You're here for purpose. And this is what you're really like getting at. You're here for purpose. So you need to remember that you need to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, spiritually. And I know you do a lot for a lot of people, I'm sure. And you just need to take that time out every week or every day, even if it's 15 minutes a day. You need to say, okay, you know what? Keith's tired. Okay, you know what? Keith is hungry. Okay, you know what? Keith just wants to chill. You know what? Keith just wants to blah, blah, blah. Okay? You need to allow that for yourself because you're still here for a reason. And they're also saying, and I don't know this about you at all, whether or not, but there was like a close encounter with walking to the other side, they're telling me. And you were pushed back. And what I find amusing about this is I went as well, and I got shoved back. So there's that. Okay. So because of that, they're trying to remind you of the fact you're still here for a reason, and you have to take care of yourself so that reason can be accomplished. I love when they talk in riddles. All right, there you go, Keith. I love you. And it's the Desert Wolf. All right. Okay. Okay. Gotcha, Presh. I'm good. You're very welcome. No, it's never easy, you know. You're welcome, Keith. Well, hi, Carolyn. How are you? Let me do a read for you because I'm sure you're going to ask down below, maybe. Hi, Mad, M-A-D Paranormal. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, hang on. Let me come down here. I'll come back up to you, Carolyn, but I'm sure if you want to read it. Cindy, that's good. I'm glad you had a nice weekend. Oh, where is she? Okay, I'm gonna go back up because I'm sure if you're here, I gotta find you again now. Hang on. La la. Hang on, gotta find you. Oh, where he went. Okay, there she is, Carolyn. All right, so let me pull you a card. Okay, no, I can use that deck. Okay, we're gonna use the other deck for you. This is my new deck. Alrighty then. Alright. New cards. Alright, let me shuffle them up a little bit here. That one fell. Alright. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And people say, oh, why do you use 7 if you're the first time here? 7's a sacred number. There's 7 directions, and there's 7 grandfather teachings. And in other cultures, 7 is a good number. So, okay, so your card that pulled up from that deck today is Wind of Change. Winds of Change, okay? So, this is telling me that there are good things coming in, almost like you've been waiting for certain things to happen. But like now is the time. Like it's almost like, okay, it's almost like what they're telling me is like you're waiting for the best choice to come up that you can choose from, right? But they're saying just step into it. This is time to change. This is time to like reprogram, okay? Or take yourself out of the continual cycle of something that you've been in. And it's like, why this is always going on. It's kind of the same pattern, but we're the ones that need to make it stop. And that's what you need to understand. Why are you growling, little girl? Hey, the new birds are a lot. Okay, so it's about those changes that are coming in and are around you. You can take part in them, but you need to step into it, okay? I'm also being told to tell you not to forget that even if you walk one way or make a choice and say it doesn't work out or it's not exactly what you thought it would be, you can always come back and take another chance, another choice, right? Make another choice. But you can never go back if you blew it off and that opportunity's gone. Well, and we sit there and we go, maybe I should have. What if I had done that? What would happen? So here's my thing. Okay, and this is me. I've done a lot of things in my life, a lot of different things in my life. I've made choices. Some of them were good, some of them weren't so good. But I wouldn't change that. But in order to move forward, I had to learn from it so that I'd make better choices in the future. And so when these winds of change come in and it's around you energetically, pounce on them, look at them, make sure you know that these are out there, that they're waiting for you to try. And I'd rather be somebody that tried something and it failed than to be someone that never found out what could have been. Sometimes it's going to be a fail, and that's okay. Sometimes it's awesome. So you need to make those choices and you need to step into the change that is available for you so that you can move forward. And again, there's continually talking about cycles, and by cycles, like the moon, the moon has different cycles as it turns, and we see it and it's shadowed and whatever. Okay. So just remember that. It's up to you to kind of reprogram that. Sometimes I'll tell people it's kind of like having a computer and you have a thumb drive, right? And you take that thumb drive out and you store stuff on it. And then you put it back in later and it's there. This is kind of the thing, though. You have to put it in there to change things up, to add new programs, to add new, like if you go through your day, right? You step out, like my day is usually I get up. Hopefully I didn't spend half the night trying to fall asleep. I get up in the morning. The first thing I do is I head to the bathroom, come back, head to the kitchen, turn the hot water on for tea, come back in, and I start feeding and watering all the birds. It's a ritual, right? We all have those rituals. Those are rituals of our day, how we do it. Sometimes we need to go in and change it up so that new things can come to us, okay? If you don't do things the exact same way, I don't know about you, but I get bored. And one of my things, even through my work life, many years, I would change. And the only time I would look for a different job was when I got bored or I could do it in my sleep. So they're trying to get you to shake things up a little bit, Carolyn. And the winds of change are there for you right now, and take advantage of that, okay? So thanks for coming on, and I'm really glad that you were able to pop on today. I appreciate you being here, okay? And hopefully that resonates with you. Okay, let me go down a little bit here. La la. I love you very much, Keith. Love you very much. La la. Hold on. La la. Oh, okay, hang on. You're very welcome, and I hope that resonates for you. Okay. See, your bet. I can't tell people enough. I had a client recently that said, "How do you know this?" And I said, "I don't. It's what they give me." And we need to all look at things in positive lights so that we can move ahead and move forward with things. Sometimes, just hearing that, and everybody goes through stuff. We all go through it. So it's all about that. And I'm glad you were able to be here. And, hopefully it'll push you in a positive direction. All right. All right, guys. Well, looks like today is quiet because it's Sunday and Father's Day. I didn't even think about it when I posted it. But hey, I love you all, and I appreciate you all for stopping in. And for this time around, it's Bear out, okay? And I will see you next time. Just like and follow my business page, and from that point, we will see when I come back on next. And Holly and I will be here soon. So you guys take all a great night and have a great evening the rest of the day. Bye.
Yeah. Cool, wasn't it? Bye, Bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, Bear, my bear, my bear.